Hi, boys and girls. We have one more explorer to learn about. There are so many more, but unfortunately, we're getting down to the end here and we need to do our project. But I did want you to learn about Mr. Magellan. So, Ferdinand Magellan led the first expedition to sail all the way around the world. He also discovered a passage from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean that is today called the Straits of Magellan. So, this is his biography, boys and girls. This is what he's known for. Growing up, Ferdinand Magellan was born in 1480 in northern Portugal. He grew up in a wealthy family and served as a page, attending to the Queen's court. He enjoyed sailing and exploring and sailed for Portugal for many years. Magellan had traveled to India by sailing around Africa, but he had the idea that there may be another route by traveling west and around the Americas. The King of Portugal did not agree and argued with Magellan. Finally, Magellan went to King James V of Spain, who agreed to fund the voyage. Setting sail. In September of 1519, Magellan set sail in his attempt to find another route to Eastern Asia. There were over 270 men and 5 ships under his command. They first sailed across the Atlantic and to the Canary Islands. From there, they sailed south to Brazil and the coast of South America. As Magellan's ships sailed south, the weather turned bad and cold. To make things worse, they had not brought enough food. Some of the sailors decided to mutiny and tried to steal 3 of the ships. However, Magellan fought back. He had the leaders executed and left others marooned. So it sounds like he didn't have a very easy time on that voyage. Finding the passage, Magellan continued to sail south. Soon he found the passage he was seeking. Today it is called the Straits of Magellan. Finally, he entered into a new ocean on the other side of the New World. He called the ocean the Pacifico, meaning peaceful. Now that they were on the other side of South America, the ships sailed for China. There were only 3 ships left at this point, as one sunk and the other disappeared. Magellan thought it would only take a few days to cross the Pacific Ocean. He was wrong. It took nearly 4 months, and they almost starved to death. Some men died of scurvy and hunger. One story says the sailors ate rats and sawdust to survive. Sounds like things got pretty treacherous. Magellan dies. After stocking up on supplies, the ships headed to the Philippines. Magellan became involved in an argument between local tribes. He and around 40 of his men were killed in a battle. Unfortunately, Magellan would not see the end of his historic journey. Only one of the original 5 ships made it back to Spain. It was the Victoria. It returned in September of 1522, 3 years after first leaving. There were only 8 surviving sailors, but they had made the first trip around the world. One of the survivors wrote journals throughout the voyage, recording all that had happened. He told of the exotic animals and fish they saw, as well as the terrible conditions they endured. How amazing that that survivor story was recorded so that we can read about it and learn about it now. It's fascinating stuff. All right, boys and girls, please make sure you watch the YouTube video about our explorer and also fill in the answers to these questions here. Next week, you will be creating a PowerPoint presentation for one of the many explorers that we learned about. All right, guys, have a great week. Bye.